you go to Michigan, and then you graduate, and then what? Do you move to New York and say, okay, I'm going to give this a shot?
Yeah, sort of. I graduated in May, and then went to the St. Louis Muni that summer. It's a regional theater out in St. Louis, and did 4 shows right out of school at the regional theater. So that was like June through August. And then I came back. I moved to New York.
Do you remember what those shows were? I
did Music Man, Meet Me in St. Louis, 42nd Street, and Hairspray.
Did you do Music Man with Jenny Barber?
Not at the Muni,
okay.
No. But she went to Michigan.
Right, because Jenny Barber went to Michigan, so did Stanley Bihoric. I did 2 shows with them. So
right.
Spelling Bee together.
Spelling Bee. Cool. No, I haven't worked with them.
I've worked with more Michigan people.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of us crawling around out here. Yeah.
So you do those shows at Muni, and then what happens
after that? Then I moved to New York, August 28th, and then I spent, I guess, about 2.5 months waiting tables, and then I booked a chorus line on the national tour of the chorus line.
Right.
So,
and who'd you play?
I played Don, and I understudied Zach.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I got to start rehearsing that about a month later, mid-December, and then January 2nd, I kicked off the new year last year, going out on the road with that, and did 6 months on the road. We played about 22 cities. It was the end of the national tour of the chorus line, which had been out previously. Right. So I closed the tour out in LA. That's where we finished. Came back here in the middle of June, and then a month later booked this. So it was very lucky.
I didn't realize it was that fast.
Yeah, it was really quick.
Okay, so Memphis fans, I don't know if you noticed, if you watch the James Monroe Iglehart show, I think you'll realize that this is the first guest we've had that did not go straight from being 17 years old to being on Broadway. Right. This brother actually went to college. Waited some tables, booked the show on tour, and then came to Broadway. Almost everybody else we've talked to has either been in some gigantic dance program, which sent them to Dance with a Star, or sent them. This is pretty much normality, if that's a real word.
I didn't realize that many people here.
Yeah, a lot of folks. Don't get me wrong, we're all blessed to be on Broadway.
Of course.
But you're the first story that I've had on the show where someone actually had to wait tables. Well, actually, that's not true. I think Betsy also had to do a little bit. But most of everybody kind of went from like a major dance comedy to like bam, Broadway, or like right out of college, Broadway. It was, or like they knew one of the choreographers and bam, Broadway. You're one of the first to them, and I think the more people I interview in the show, I'm about to start hearing that story of folks who actually. It's
a really popular thing now. I mean, it's competitive. There's these college programs that are super competitive, and that, you know, like, I mean, it was crazy. There are hundreds and hundreds of high school seniors every year audition for these programs because the training's good, and so they now have the option of really training and getting to go to school, which I mean, to each his own, but I really think is important.
I totally understand.
I can guarantee that the 17-year-old that I was would not have booked a Broadway show. No way.
I know.
I'd be still waiting tables.
So I do have an offbeat question for you.
Yeah.
Bryan, you're an attractive guy in musical theater. Was it hard to get the ladies seeing the fact that, you know, you were, you know, who you are?
She's a whore!
So, see, in college, high school, you know, you were only straight brothers, you know, dancing and singing. Was it too hard? Or were you like, you know?
Yeah, that was hard. That was definitely hard.
It was hard to get chicks? I mean, you were the only one.
No.
It should have been pretty simple.
It was. I mean, there was like a. It changed at one point. There was like, all through high school, you're teased for these things.
Right.
Then you go to college and you're around, you know, other straight guys in the theater or whatever, and then that's when it sort of becomes like, you know,
He's really sweet. He's very sweet. You can tell the look in his eye. He wants to say something else, but he's not. But it's okay. I think we all know.
It was great.
Don't you agree, John Eric?
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, now he gonna not talk.
I got things.
I can't wait till his interview. Trust me. So, you go on tour with Chorus Line, this classic American Broadway show. Did it trip you out at all to realize, oh my gosh, I'm in a chorus line?
Yeah.
When these young folks come to see the show, they're going to be seeing this show brand new after all these years, and I'm a part of this history. Did it kind of like trip you
Yeah,
out
there were
a little
two
bit?
things. There was the excitement of just being in a show and being like a working actor that I was excited about, and like being on a tour that wasn't, you know, a regional show or a college show. So there was that element that was like just pure energy about being able to work in the field. And then the other half of it was that this was the show. And I really think it was like such a great first show because it's about like what we all have to, you know, go through on a day-to-day basis as an actor, these auditions, and just the you know, the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into it, and you know, it really touches on, I think, better than any other show, it really touches on, like, you know, the passion that we sort of all have for it.
To Memphis.
Yeah.
And you came in, you know, we had won the Tony, and here you come into a show that's already kind of got, you know, this thing about it. And when they give you the breakdown and say you're going to be playing all these people,
Yeah.
did it trip you out at all?
Yeah, well, most of my audition was a dance audition for this. So I really thought, I on my first audition, I danced a whole bunch. I mean, like, that room was drenched with, like, just sweaty dudes dancing these combinations. And then I quickly read a few of the scenes for, like, Buck Wiley, the DJ at the top of the show, and who else? Gordon Grant. Read them through once and sang 16 bars and got a call back.
You remember what you sang?
I sang 16 bars of This Love, the Maroon 5 song.
Okay.
Thank you, Rachel Hoffman, for calling me up and saying, sing this song.
Right.
They're going to want to hear something like this.
Yes.
Thank you. And then I got a call back and I danced again. And this time Sergio was there. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to dance in this show. If I get this, this will be... I thought maybe I knew Carrie was leaving, and I thought, okay, maybe I'd be replacing him. I didn't know what it was for. And I was really worried about that, because I don't think that is currently my strength anymore. I'm tumbling. There are some stupid answers in this show. And I had seen the show, and loved it, and thought, like, I would love to get this job, but I don't think I can do that.
Right.
And then I got the job, and I kind of panicked, because I was like, oh my God. I'm not going to be able to do backflips on stage.
Right.
And then I went to my agency, and we went over everything, and they were like, okay, you're going to be covering this role, this role, this role, this role, this role. And I said, I don't have to...
You're going to be acting.
I don't have to dance. I'm going to have to talk. And they were like, yeah, what was the audition like? And I was like, I talked for like 10 seconds in this audition. But I guess it was enough, and I love what I get to do in this show.
I remember seeing you around. You were so quiet when you first came in, and in my head I'm thinking, oh, this guy's kind of chill. He's not going.
He's not gonna laugh.
I hope he does well. He's real chill. You know, everybody else came in new like that one. Like Preston came in loud. We were like, oh, he's so down with the family. We're like, Bryan kind of quiet. But then once you start talking, we were like, he's not quiet at all.
No.
So it was great. You know, I mean, you just really fit with the family, and I definitely want to do this show so that people can get to meet the new people. And you're amazing on stage. If you guys get to come and check out the show, I mean, the understudies go on all the time just because, you know, our show is so dance heavy and people have vacations and things coming up. If you get the privilege to see this man on the stage, trust me, you will not have a bad time. This brother is awesome in any role he is in. So I'm so glad you got to do the show.
Thank
you for telling your story.
I love it. Thanks for having me.
Especially because I think it's great that some young folks who may watch it get to see that, you know, things just don't happen. I mean, you worked your way up.
Oh, you gotta climb. You gotta climb.
And
I gotta say, it happened super fast for me, even. I mean, there's a
true.
lot
You
of
said 2
climb
months,
to do. I mean, so stick it out. If you like it and you're good at it, stick it out.
All right, man.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bryan.
Thank you
for being on the James Monroe Iglehart Show.
I love it.
Guys, that's it for right now, and we'll be looking for other folks. I think we have a couple more new people before we start going into the old people. As you see, old people keep sticking their head in my show. They keep saying they don't want to be a part of my show, but keep making cameos in my show. But don't worry, I'll get them all. Trust me. And hopefully by the end, I'll actually have a set in the budget. And don't forget, please, Twitter, Facebook. We got to get Sam Conn on this. He's one of our new guys. We got to get Sam. We got Bryan. We got to get Sam. Talk to y'all soon.